you getting too many Medicare calls? Well, if you are, let's say, 64 and above, you are getting too many Medicare calls. There is not a person in the country that is not upset about how many calls you are getting. And your pressing question is how to make them stop. Chances are we can't make them stop. But let me explain a little bit about the do not call list. You might have heard the do not call list. That is a federal registry that you can either apply online. If you do it online, Google do not call, then you have to fill it out and then there'll be an email component to verify it. Or you can call. The FTC has an 800 number. You can Google it again and get put on the federal do not call list. You can also get on your state do not call list. So that's a first step just to stop all the different telemarketing calls you get. Now, I've been on this list for years. I get a telemarketing call at least every other day, and sometimes 2 a day. So it's really frustrating because I've been on these lists forever. If you're on the do not call list, you can still get solicitation calls from political campaigns, charities, and bless those Fraternal Order of Police and all their subsidiaries. They call me all the time. Anything that you opted into, I'll talk a little bit about that later. Oh, surveys. Thank you, Alec. Surveys, which survey sounds harmless, benign, but a survey is a tricky way for someone to legally violate the do not call list and then get your information and then sell it. So let's say, for example, I call you and I say, hey, I'm calling from wherever, and we're doing a survey on, I don't know, Medicare recipients in your area. Ma'am, are you on Medicare? And would you mind if I asked you who your supplemental insurance is with? And then you say, it's with Mutual of Omaha, and I have my drug plan with Aetna CVS. And I say, thank you for your information, goodbye. Now they have that information and they sell it. So they collected it legally. And whether the other person uses it legally or not, that's on them. But in other words, be leery of surveys. I don't see as many people doing that as they used to, but surveys online are a big thing. And a lot of people on Medicare are on Facebook, and you're on Facebook and you're scrolling and there's all those things that pop up where they do little surveys. Like, did you use this orange and green Tupperware in the 80s? And you're like, yeah. A lot of that, anytime you click on anything on the internet, somebody has monetized that. Somebody is selling that information. So you think it's nothing when you're like, is this dress really blue or is it purple? People with different eye colors will see. That's not benign. Somebody is selling that information. So before you click anything, any like, share, comment, emoji, anything, think about that. What a lot of people don't realize is they went to these different sites and in order to get a free downline or register for this, they wanted your birthday. When you put your birthday in, then they sold any of those people that are turning 65, they sold that, maybe they resold it to all these different telemarketing companies. So now, since you proactively typed in, you gave your date of birth, that is permission to call you because you gave them your phone number. You gave them your date of birth. You gave them your email, permission to email. You gave this information, even though what you thought you were giving it for is just a free Medicare handout, a free something like that. If you read all the fine print, you were giving permission to contact. So if you want to stop a lot of these calls, stop doing that. Stop doing all that stuff online. And what I did is, since I understand this, is that I would always put my fake birthday in. Because a lot of them, you can't do what you want to do unless you give them a birthday and an email. So I give them a fake email and I give them a fake birthday. Or I had to give them a real email because I wanted that 10% off coupon. Or that's how that always goes. Have a separate email that you use just for those things to get the discounts so that it's not flooding your real email constantly with all these solicitations. Medicare is a big, big, big business. And, it's a legitimate business. People are trying to help you. There's a lot of very good people in it. There's a lot of also annoying people in here that we know you're annoyed with because you guys are complaining to Medicare about it. So understand how the do not call registry works federally and how it works in your state, and that will cut down somewhat. The rest is monitor your behavior where you're giving your phone number out online, and you'll get less calls. If you found this information valuable, consider hitting the subscribe button here somewhere on the screen. I put out one video a week. The Medicare family, my family, would love to help your family. When you have questions, when you're ready for Medicare, give us a call. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment. If you have a specific question, always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.